BRB. That guy's calling over and over and over again. I don't know if. Okay. No, no, brother. Call this guy back, dude.
Hello, Jolah.
Oh crap. Hello. All right, one second, 1 second. All right, I'm back. What's up?
Are we live right now?
Yep, we're live. What's up? How's it going?
Uh, no, I was calling in. I seen that you were up debating. I had heard a couple points, and I figured I'd like to speak with you for a bit. And then I'd definitely love to shout out your Discord. It's one of the best places I've seen to talk politics. Period.
Hell yeah, thank you.
The A best. No, nowhere better on Discord.
Thank you for lying.
I'm not even lying. You got great mods, and you got a lot of great people. Everything that we talk about is either well researched or we ask for research or documents. So yeah, it's not just anecdote after anecdote.
All right, awesome. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I don't know if you ever called in here before. What do you want to talk about?
Uh, I know that the last thing that I remember is where you were talking about police in their local communities.
Yeah.
I know a lot of police or a lot of police stations right now, even like the sheriff or like any municipality, they tend to generally hire outside of their municipality. Uh, I'd say it's just due to a lack of applicants, is what I would believe, but it makes it really hard to have a strong sense of community versus what it was. I would even say 60 years ago, which is
Yeah,
within the
yeah.
lifetime of a general amount of people that are alive today.
Yeah, I know there's some residency requirements for certain offices. But I guess yeah, there can be some issues with social cohesion. But even in that scenario, I would say yeah, it's even more important to have community events for sure.
I mean, if I'll put it this way, if even here where I live, a majority of them are from surrounding cities and towns versus being right from where we're at. And I know that that's really anecdotal, but that's that's generally how I'd say that that's a big problem. Now, there's when you were talking about Trump and his money, I do believe that he had copyrighted his name. That means that and I'm not necessarily making the argument for him making money off of every time his name is used in a commercial way, but anytime that someone wants to use his name and say like sell a hat or a shirt or something like that, he gets royalties just off of his name. I do believe while he is in the seat of presidency that that money has to go to trust. I'd
Yeah, I
have to look
mean,
that one up though.
the issue with that is that like when you, I think that's one reason like Jared Kushner is doing his own business stuff now, I guess, because it's I don't know, he's probably making more money somewhere else. But it's still a really big issue in a trust because you know that Trump's going to access all the money regardless, and he probably still is. In cryptocurrency, you can't really track anything, so who really knows? And but Trump likes doing all the new towers and everything, and he has all his kids to go sell them. The biggest issue is really when he gets a new Trump tower somewhere and he removes sanctions on like Syria just because of the Trump tower. If they're gonna
Yeah,
do
I would
decisions
definitely.
like that, it should be for America and the best thing for America, not based off Trump can make money from it.
Yeah, I would totally agree with you that it should be someone other than his company that's doing the bidding, because all that that says is, hey, if you're president, I mean, I think that this is a general problem in politics in general, is that whoever happens to be in the positions to make decisions or sway votes they tend to have a conflict of interest in some form or fashion.
Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know if people care anymore. They're very desensitized to everything, and they just say that everyone's the same when we talk about corruption. So I think no one really cares about corruption. They just care about. I think the way people react to Trump's money in this scenario is the exact reason why politicians are able to be in office and be like making money from it, because the American people really don't care that much. And if they pick a politician they're friends with, or a politician they have a parasocial relationship with, they'll vote for that politician no matter what they do. And that's how Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, and Mike Johnson and all these guys will be there forever.
Do you think that the main argument from it is not necessarily, well, it's okay if Trump does it, but it's the argument of a whole bunch of people pointing fingers saying, look, this isn't just Trump.
Well, they think that Trump is an infallible God. Like they do talk about God like a Messiah. They talk about Trump like a God. Yeah, they think Trump is God. Trump cannot do anything wrong.
Now, I know I voted for Trump this last election, but I don't believe that Trump can do no wrong. I I kind of feel like that's true of any man or woman. Like, as long as you're human, it means that you're fallible.
Okay, what's your favorite things Trump has done so far this term?
I kind of wish it was a whole lot like his last term where he did. I was looking forward to more of a turd burger presidency where not a whole lot gets passed or done. And this time he's going in. I'd call it. I'd call it a lot more than what I'd like it to be. I don't agree with the heavy hat, the a lot of the heavy-handedness that he's done with the immigration stuff. I believe that he could have just taken a play out of Obama's notebook and just went along with how he had performed the actions. He doesn't have to come up with a novel way to do something that infuriates people or shows that he's using executive authority in a novel way. He just has to use it in a way that's precedented. And I kind of feel like that would have been a better way of doing things from my perspective.
Well, yeah, Trump has no intention to be a president or a leader or to pass laws. Trump has intentions to probably make himself money and to do more authoritarian things. I mean, just in Kentucky, because of the Doge cuts, they had a huge tornado, and their top overnight forecaster was fired, their permanent forecaster, and they could not warn people there. And it's a mass casualty event now, and a lot of the death is tied to Trump's cuts for the National Weather Service. So that's a huge point where Doge is killing people directly.
I, if the cuts are directly affecting the public safety, then I would be against them. It's because I believe that one of the government, because they're supposed to protect our life, liberty, and property, and especially in cases of like commercial flights, like that's something that's specifically under the government's control, where they should be exerting their authority. If it
Yeah.
the the big the, I guess the biggest problem I have with Trump, even though I voted for him, is the fact that he's going heavy-handed when there are presidents that have done the exact same thing. The only thing that I can see that the only playbook that I see this going into is if you had a Congress that was against him, that was willing to start rolling back the authority of the executive, basically where he's overplaying the power of the executive and just asking to be chained, to remove powers from the executive.
Yeah, I don't see any part of this slowing down. Crap.
I mean,
I need to.
I'm not. That's what I mean. If I think that would probably be the best way going forward, just so that if someone wanted to walk into his shoes going forward, then that would prevent a whole lot of this.
Oh crap.
I mean,
Yeah.
are there any laws that could be passed to prevent the things that he is currently doing?
Yeah, Congress. I mean, there are laws. That's the issue, though. There are laws in place for preventing these things, but he's still violating them, and the courts can't really catch up. And now, since the courts are catching up, he wants to remove the courts, and he said he's going to put terrorists near the Supreme Court justices' homes to pressure them into giving him the rulings that he wants. So,
Oh, I was talking about like if like are there laws that could be repealed that gives the executive authority that it currently has in order to reduce his power?
yeah, they could take away the tariff power if they wanted to. Congress could, but they don't because they're all tied to Trump. So,
I mean, because the last time that we've seen this many executive orders come out of a president, has he beat FDR in executive orders?
he's like doubling FDR. He's doubling or tripling FDR's executive orders, which is crazy. Because I mean, FDR was at least during the biggest war of all time. So
Well, that was coming out of, I believe that
oh
was coming
yeah,
out
yeah,
of World War One in order to fix the Great Depression.
yeah, Great Depression. But
So that
then
was
the other
after the
ones were
Roaring
from World War
Twenties in
Two.
the
So yeah, World War
30s.
One and World War Two, both of them. So like, but Trump doing it is just insane. There's no justification for it.
And that president too also tried to take a third term.
Yeah. Okay, I have to.
No, I
Sorry.
kind of feel like they should let. There has to be some. Do you think that there's a lot of people that see Trump's executive order? Because I've seen this as well. Do you think that there are people that see the executive orders as affecting private citizens and not just the executive branch of government? Do you think that could also be riling up that base?
I don't know. People have not felt the effects of Trump's policies yet. It's just like it's gonna take a long time before people wake up. Hopefully, it's soon, but it might need to take a big crash in some sense. But yeah, I hope the executive orders and all this stuff, like eventually, you can't just say, "Oh, this is Joe Biden's economy" over and over and over again. So hopefully, they start giving Trump responsibility for it.
Well, yeah. I mean, he has to take responsibility for the things. I would say, even if we were to play off of like Trump had taken off from recovery from Obama, and then same thing with Joe Biden. At least for the first year or two of a president's after his inauguration, some credit, whether for the positive or negative, should be given to the previous administration. At least saying, we inherited it, whether good or bad. But if there is a significant upturn that you can see like a curve that begins before the presidency and then goes into at least the middle of his presidency. So whether even if it's just carrying on good policies, or I believe that should be something that's done.
I mean, he's gonna take credit for all the
not
Chips
just
and Science Act
browbeating
stuff.
your
He's taking
political
credit
opponent.
for the only thing that Trump has announced that people like are the things Biden already did, like contracts that were in motion or something from the Chips and Science Act. I do need to say my stream is not functioning at all. I'll hop in a Discord a little bit later. Thank you for calling in. I have to go work with some titles because I'm not even getting any people calling in like at all. I'm stuck at
No,
10
there was
viewers.
a
It's not the
problem
algorithm.
with when I was trying to call in the first time. It was just straight up sending me like not a valid, or yeah, it was just basically forwarding me straight away, not sending me to a voicemail or a waiting room. Just this subscriber cannot be reached.
hmm Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out real quick and see if I can get the stream back up. I thank you for calling in, man.
All right, thank you, Jolah.
Yeah, thank you.
I think in this next week I hopped on, so I think I should at least donate that $25 for your goal today.
You don't need to, man. Thank you, but you don't need to.
Yeah, I just got to move some money around the Cash App. No, I appreciate it. I mean, honestly, you do provide a platform that I think I have found, even inside your Discord, giving you the $25 just for your Discord. I mean, that's something that I cannot call out enough. I mean, DJ's going to hate me if you get a huge influx of people, but, hey,
Well, make sure
it's the
I'll
best.
advertise
I
the
feel
Discord
like
just
it's
for
the
you to
best
get more
place
people in
that I've
there.
talked to.
Yeah, thank you. We're trying to grow it, but that being a good place to talk to people makes it harder to build it because people want more toxic environments. So
No, I kind of feel like I learned in your Discord the easiest way to shut down a toxic environment, if you know what I'm saying, by watching DJ handle it, and then or by watching your mods handling it,
hmm
not just in using their powers, but just in shutting down their arguments in general. That's why I say it's like the best place, and I've looked for places when there's not a whole lot of action on Discord, and to say that I have found everywhere else lacking, if not insane, is understating.
I think it's because
If
I'm
I
not
leap to
from
another,
YouTube.
what's that?
I think it's because I'm not from YouTube. Like I'm not like I don't lead with YouTube. Like it's not like a main thing for me. Like or like online stuff. If someone's really cringy online doing internet debates, I've never been involved in that. So I think having more real world conversations and bringing it back to that over and over again might make it a little bit more like real life because I'm not focusing on a bunch of dumb topics.
Well, I also understand that like there are things that are hard to talk about, and it makes it a lot easier when you have somebody that's when you realize that you can't just talk out your ass and hope for the best, which is what you find in a lot of other places.
I talk out my ass. It's hard. I just can't
Well,
lie. It's hard to not lie and be good at this stuff. Like it's easy to lie. People lie a lot on these different channels, which it helps them out for sure.
no, I mean, I'll admit I watch Tim Pool a lot, but I came across your channel and I listened, I watched the Discord. I mean, at first I was like, I'm going to argue with this guy, and I started listening to you, and I started, being active in your Discord, and there are things that I can agree to disagree on. I'm trying to find the places that it's easier to work together, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
there are hard
definitely.
stop issues, but there are things like uh I'm not gonna like when one of the other members on Discord will say that there's do nothing Democrats, but you'll hear the exact same thing on the other side where there's do nothing Republicans, or like, oh no, wait, like both. I Do you find that both sides say that exact same thing?
I guess, but it's gonna be pretty similar for different political ideologies, I guess, because it's gonna just be like do nothing Democrats or do nothing Republicans. A lot of it, like I understand the phrasing behind it, but also it's really I feel like if people kind of knew what they wanted out of politicians, we would kind of get it. But it's just like we need them to do something. But if we actually had like really specific examples of like, okay, this politician's not getting this done or he should be doing this, then it'd be a lot easier to really pound the point home, if that makes sense. Rather than just saying they suck, like you're bad, and you're a do nothing Democrat. We could actually say like why they're bad.
Yeah, like who's that? I forget it's really hard to remember his entire name, but there's a politician from Michigan that has introduced articles of impeachment against Trump, and when you start looking like he's not doing very well in his district. Do you think they introduced the articles just to become relevant in his district, or to try to gain favor in his base?
Yeah, they
Or do
all
you
do
think that
that.
he actually
He
believed
has a
them?
challenger coming. His challenger just announced when he did the articles of impeachment, so it's 100% for political reasons. But also, I mean, I think it's definitely justified, but the political
I mean,
reasons for doing
I'm
it
not going
are
to
real
argue
too.
with you there. I'm just going to say one of the biggest reasons why he did it was because he was coming under fire.
Yeah, for not doing enough for like, because Democrats want Democrats to do more about this. Oh crap. Okay. I'm gonna reset these streams. Thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to. I have like an hour to stream. I'm gonna try to restart it. See if I get some angry callers. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna shut down for the night because I'm busy later. But yeah, thank you for calling in. I'm gonna reset these streams really quick.
Thank you, Jolah, and I always appreciate when you have Rhea hop in.
Yep, I'm always in the
All right,
Discord too long because I have no friends. All right, thanks, man. Have a good one.
all right, you too. Bye.
It really is a shame, to be honest. I could save every Tim Pool viewer. I could save every Tim Pool viewer. I could save all of them. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna do one more stream. I'm gonna do a couple reaction videos, guys. For the people that are here, thank you guys for hanging out. You are the OG true fans. My YouTube channel is like very fake, right? It's very fake because I don't have real viewers. All the viewers are YouTube Shorts viewers, so it's hard to get them on here at the same time because they all have ADHD and autism, right? So I'm gonna restart the stream one more time, do my 2 other streams, and then I will do a couple more Tim Pool videos. And if we get viewers, if we don't get viewers, it's fine. I'll be back on tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll do a full stream, see if it all works. I am posting videos every day now, though, on my channel. So hopefully, if the videos pick up, the live streams will pick up. I'll get more callers because the spamming the Charlie Kirk content is working. I used to do reaction videos a lot, and I'm not bad at them. So I think I need to keep on doing some reaction stuff. Addicted to the shorts, yeah. Full stream? Well, not the wide stream, but a full stream. Going in Discord. Now I'm gonna make 2 new streams. I'm gonna do some reaction content. If you guys want to watch me react to videos, join me there. I'm starting it right now. See you guys there if you want to. React to some Tim Pool, Charlie Kirk, all the big right winger accounts where their fans get mad and come to your channel and boost your algorithm. I have to restructure the Discord too, as I've been saying for 3 months, maybe 4 months. So, all right, see you guys there. I like Kyle's opinion here. The wide stream disgusts me. I like Kyle's opinion there. All right, be right back. I ban other mods.